Hi, welcome to the video. In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to do a RG wall from the first time setup. Please note this has been done on the RG Cloud version 9.5. So just to explain why we need the firewall in the first place, let's go with a scenario. Imagine deploying the first line of defense. You have 100 employees, a few local servers storing sensitive information. Until now, you've relied on the basic router provided by your internet service provider, which offers almost no visibility or protection. You've been instructed to deploy an RG wall. So to deploy the RG wall, you will just need to follow these 3 basic steps: connect to the firewall, complete the onboarding process, and create a basic policy to allow the traffic for the local network. Okay. Let me just give a quick introduction on the firewall itself. So this is the front facing of the firewall. Like you can see, you have 8 1 gig Ethernet ports, 2 USB ports, icon support for management, and 1 10 gig SFP port and 1 gig SFP port. Note the firewall also has a hard drive as well to use to store logs, and also does feature all of the RG Cloud features as well, like the SON and remote access to the firewall through the RG Cloud, and as well access to the SD-WAN. Okay. So the first thing of configuring the firewall is to just make sure your device is on the same network as the firewall when you plug directly into the firewall. So what you want to do is set a static IP address to the following range: 192.168.1. I'm going to use 100, so you can use anything in that specific range. And then the firewall's IP is 192.168.1.200. Okay, so you can just click OK, close everything, open your web browser, and then your HTTPS to the firewall's IP address, like this. And then by default, the login detail is going to be admin, and the password is going to be firewall. And then you just need to type in the verification code HK08. Just click login. So this is the dashboard of the firewall. So when reaching the dashboard, here at the top, you can just click on quick onboarding, and then it's going to show you the firewall with the interfaces. Like you can see, I'm plugged into 0/management port. And then this is the different modes you can configure the specific port to, like transparent or off-path mode or switching mode. In this case, I'm going to do a traditional routing mode. Make sure it's a LAN interface. You can put it IPv4, IPv6. This is a static address for my interface address, and I'm going to use 200, still default. You can change this to whatever you want. I'm keeping the DHCP on, so whatever plugs into this port will receive this specific IP range. Also, you can change the DNS service to your liking, so if the device connects it, they will receive this DNS. So the next part, we click on port 7. So port 7 is my internet breakout. So for your internet breakout, you can also change it to different modes, but in most cases it will be routing mode. Remember to set it as a WAN interface, and the mode that your internet service provider told you to connect with. In this case, my ISP told me to use DHCP, so you're just going to click on next. So now it's busy delivering the configs you gave to port 0 and to port 7 now. Port 7 being the internet. So basically what's happening now it's going to test the network connectivity just to make sure the firewall does have internet access. So you can see my connectivity is normal, so my DHCP is fine. So you just click next. And this step, this is where on the RG app you scan a QR code to add a firewall to your account, or you can do it a bit later by logging into the cloud and adding the serial number to your cloud. And always remember to set the DNS on the device, otherwise it can't resolve the RG Cloud domain name. So in this case, just click next. I will do that later. And now quick onboarding is configured successfully. By default, the full LAN-to-WAN policy is added to just make sure you do have internet access. So now you can do a policy config, or you do not configure policies currently. So I'm just going to click on finish. So now we're going to do our first policy. to do the policies, at the very top you can click on policy and then security policy. After clicking on this, you can see there might be 2 rules here by you. In my case, there's just the default one. So to create a new one, click on the plus over here, and then it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to create it, and do you want to create it in a simulation space? So the simulation space, if you would like to test out rules before applying it to the firewall, you can use the simulation space. In this case, we're going to do create, and then it's going to take you to this pop-up here where we do the rule. So the most important, definitely give it a name. So I'm going to say LAN to WAN to recognize my policy rule. Definitely keep it enabled. You can do policy groups, so you can group certain policies like you want. In this case, I'm going to go with the default one. The priorities, you can set the policy to be above or below other rules depending on how your setup is. In this case, I want it above the default policy. You can give it a description if you want. And then most important, seeing as we want to get rid of the any rules, we set the security zone. In this case, we're going to choose the trust zone, the GE0/0. This is my LAN interface on a network, so I'm going to say confirm. The source address, so in your case, if you do not have the address name here yet, you can just click on add address, IPv4. You can just give it a name, like to identify your LAN. And then as well, type in IP address of your LAN network. In this case, I'm going to type in 192.168.1.168.1.254. Basically the whole LAN network. Then you just click on confirm, and then you select the LAN like this, the checkbox, confirm. So basically this rule so far from the trust zone, the specific IP ranges, the source region will be used in port mapping, so in this case you can leave it as any. The destination zone, security zone that we're going to, this is going to be our internet breakout on the GE0/7. He is in the untrust zone. Confirm. You can also use the interfaces if you want. So basically the trust zone, the specific IP address going to any address on the internet, and any region using any service. So the services is, you can see the specific ports. So I'm going to leave that on any. And then most important, you want to permit the traffic to go over. If it's set to deny, that means any of the things above in the policy that matches, it will deny it. You can also do app specific for users or set an effective time. So most importantly of the firewall, you can also enable filters like you want. So in this demo case, I'm just going to leave it disabled, but in the real world environment, try to keep the filters enabled. Then you just click on save. And then you can see the 2 rules we have here. So just to test out if it is currently working, we can see the hit count is currently on 0. So let's open up our command prompt. Let's do a ping 101.1.1. You can see we get a reply. Let's ping the domain just to make sure the DNS also works. And the DNS also works. So we have internet connectivity. So this basically means we did the onboarding, we created the rule, so all the users connecting to this firewall currently has internet. Now that we've done the policy and the device onboarding, we have a working firewall at the moment. So currently the firewall is between you and the internet, and the benefits that we currently have is we can do traffic filtering, we can monitor the traffic, we can just view the logging as well of what the traffic is doing. We can start by blocking malicious attacks onto your devices, prevent malware spread, and manage outbound traffic for your devices going to the internet, and do IP and port blocking to block unwanted traffic on your network. The other benefits are endless as well, where you can set up site-to-site VPNs. You can start getting your service open to the internet. So if you are web hosting or any other service that you want open to the internet, you can also do that now with the firewall, and the benefits just doesn't stop with the firewall. thanks for watching. I really hope this first time setup of the RG wall did assist you guys, and I'm hoping it inspires you to use the firewall to its full potential. And if you would like to have any more videos on the RG wall, please let us know in the video, or you can send us an email to service_rg@rg.com. And thank you again for watching.